Who wants to see the stuff that I thrifted from my Netherlands trip? Look at all this. I even have, I mean, look at that. Delicious. And then I also have this big tub here as well. Full, jam-packed, full of vintage goodness. Oh, it's just so cool. So let's get on with the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have another vintage treasures haul video for you. So this is all the stuff that I purchased from the thrift shops that Margaret took me to. So we went to a little thrift shop on the Friday that I got there and had a little mooch round. We also met up on the Saturday with Margaret's best friend and husband, and we had, I think we went to 3 or 4 thrift shops on that day, and that was so much fun. And then we also met up with Barbara from Buy Bar Paper Lovers and on Sunday, and we went to a really cool thrift shop. That one I had to limit myself because my suitcase was already overweight. Now, I cannot remember what order or what shops I got this stuff from. So I'm just going to go through the stuff and yeah, just show you what I got and the prices that they were, because wow, just wow. So firstly, I found these and they were 50 cents a bag, and look how many I got. So I got 3 bags, and they're the old vintage cotton like holders. And Margaret gave me some of the ones that she had, and then when I found these, I was like, I need them. Literally, look, 50 cents for all these, and they're so grungy and vintage, and oh, I just absolutely, I love them. I love them. Look at this one. Oh, it's just so cool. So cool. Love them. Oh, absolutely love them. And I got 3 bags. 3 bags full. I don't know how I'm going to get into this one. Just like that time. That's how you're going to get into it. Just like that. And look at that. I love that one. Oh, they're just so cool. So cool. And then I have another bag here as well. So I have loads of those. I might do a stamp set. What does everybody think? A stamp set, yes please. And then we was in there and Margaret was like, you need these. They're like cotton spools, I believe. Well, they must be because they've got cotton round. But how cool are those? 50 cents for the whole bag. And just like a dangle. I mean, you could put a little screw hole in the top and then put a little eye hook in. And then, yeah, just have them as a dangle. Love those. Love those. And then I think you saw, I have some more in here of these. I think you saw these in Margaret's haul video as well. They're like the little hooks that go on the back of your jackets. I don't want to rip the packaging. I mean, I've got 3, so it's not a problem. But yeah, they're leather, and they've got 2 holes in each end. So a little challenge of mine and Margaret's, so how we're going to incorporate these into our journals. But how cool are they? And they were 50 cents each. So I grabbed some of those and shared those with Margaret because they're just cool. And then I found these, and it was 50 cents. And they're for food. But I thought, how cool would these be as just like when you're doing a project on your table. Let's get this one out because the top one's a little bit. How cool would they, just like with a bit of some of your ephemera in, just sort of like sat at your table with a bit of ephemera in. So I grabbed those for 50 cents because, well, yeah. But yeah, they're for food. But we're not going to use them for food. Absolutely not. And then I found these. And these are like, these were €1. And they're just like, you put your name badge in with a pin on it. And I just thought on a piece of fabric or a ribbon with, I don't know, you could slide like a little cluster in there. Build a little, like quite a flat cluster and build a little piece in there, and or a name plaque or something like that. I just thought these were really, really cool. So I grabbed these. I mean, you could even take the pin off if you wanted to. You didn't have to keep that on. But yeah, so I grabbed those because you never know. You never know. I also have some bits in here that I also got from Duoding. And Margreth uses these eyelets. These are not in my Duoding haul because they were with all my other stuff. So I got some eyelets. I got some mini ones, and I got some big ones too. And look at those. How cool are they? I love them. I really do. So they've got the backs for them as well. But yeah, I can't wait to play with those. So I need to put those out into my little storage container. I'm running out of space. I'm running out of space. Just move that over there. And then I've got some, I love the order that Margreth does this in. She does this in like her haberdashery section, and then paper section, and miscellaneous and stuff like that. You're not going to get that from me. I'm just pulling out as it comes. So I got this lovely, look at this lace. And this was €1, and there is loads of it. Absolutely loads of it. I mean, keep the gingham ribbon, absolutely. But look at that. And like I said, look at that. That's got to be a metre. There's got to be a metre on here. But how gorgeous is that? And you're going to hate it, but I'm hoping, yeah, look. So you can use all these bits separate for some, oh, look at that. Look at that texture. I'm going to keep the threads and put them in my thread tub. But look at that. Oh, see, I love it. And I know on my last video, you was all like, I cannot believe you're ripping lace. But what would happen to it if I hadn't have brought it? It just would have stayed there. Well, it wouldn't. Someone else would have brought it. But it's being treasured. It's being made into something beautiful, which is cool. Because if you saw mine and Margreth's live on the 1st, because I don't know when I'm uploading this video because I'm filming it ahead, I made some tabs, and I used just scraps of fabric. Look at that. I mean, I know you all see me making tabs all the time, but how cool are these? I just love them. Absolutely love them. Loads and loads of scraps. And then I had some scraps left over from the tab toppers that I made, and I stitched them together. And then I thought, well, these, you could get a label and maybe a curator snippet and just make like a little fabric cluster out of it. So I just stuck loads of bits together with some mummy cloth and some dyed cheesecloth. The brown is the dyed cheesecloth. And yeah, got like some little fabric snippets, which is just the backings of the tab toppers that I made the other day. So I was having lots of fun making those the other day. So yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed with fabric right now, because look what I've done. I have made just some blanks ready to be decorated with just scraps of fabric and lace. And you just turn it into something beautiful. I mean, look at that one. Oh, it just looks so cool. And that one. Love it. Love them. So they're ready to be decorated. And then I have some more to make as well. But yeah, I was just having so much fun. So that's why I rip it up. Some of it I might use big. Some of it I might just use small. But let's carry on with the fabric. So then I got this as well. I can't remember. There wasn't any prices on this, so I bought it in a bit of a bundle, but you get quite a lot of it. But I'm hoping this, look at that. I think it's the bottom of a curtain, because I'm pretty sure this is double layered. It might not be. No, I don't think it is. But how cool is that? How cool is that? It's quite, I think it's too thick to rip, but you could definitely use that as a journal cover. 100%. And then I found this little piece as well. These were in a box for €1. So these were all €1 each. But look at that. Just absolutely love it. Again, this is quite thick, but it might, I reckon if you snip it a little bit like that, and then, yeah, it will. Look at that. Oh, and if you have seen Anna in Anna Arts and Crafts YouTube channel, she uses fabric to bind her file folder album, and this would be perfect for that. So, yeah, and she's inspired me so much. I really want to make one of those. And then we have this little piece of fabric too. No, I don't. I should have given that to Margaret because I don't think I'm going to use that. But look at this netting, and is it rippable? Oh, everyone is sitting there going, she's ripping fabric. Yep. No, this one won't, but it will. I reckon if you took a little snippet off, you could definitely distress it like that. So I love that little piece as well. Oh, look at all these threads. They need to go all in my little thread basket. And then I got this little piece as well, because at the minute I'm using, where is all my fabric? I don't know where my fabric tub has gone. So I've got like a netting fabric. Oh, here it is. So this is my little scrap tub of all my dyed cheesecloth and just little bits of fabric and stuff like this. I also made this. You know, I said I wanted to make a more neutral one. Well, I did. And how cool is that? Look how grungy this is. Oh, it's just so cool. And I'm not going to cut it up yet because I could use it as something to put round a journal. But yeah, all in here is all little pieces of fabric. And I found some in my stash, this stuff. It's just like netting, like bridal netting. And I dyed it with scorched timber, and it's just so cool. And it rips perfect and just makes a lovely texture. So I thought, yep, with this, it's quite thick and it feels like plastic. I don't know if it will. No, it's too plasticky to rip, but you can distort it and just make it, it's just a nice piece of background. Nice bit of texture. And then I found this, I know I found this on the last day when we was with Barbara. Look at this. This is like vintage, but how beautiful is this? Absolutely stunning. I love it. And some of it, I know what you're going to say. Some of it I think that's stitched over. Some of it I'm going to cut off and then I will rip it. But the rest of it I'm going to keep, because I'm thinking, like, with the way that it scallops like that, how cool would that look on the front of a journal? Just so cool. So yeah, so don't worry, I'm not going to rip all that up. And then I have another piece here. And it's very similar, but a lot smaller. How beautiful is that? Oh, I just love it. Absolutely love it. And then this was just 10 cents. And I just loved the material. So I'm going to take it apart, take these out, but keep them because, well, you can use everything. So I'm going to take these bits of rope out. Let's take that off and undo these. And we've got two lovely bits of rope. which we can use for something. And then we have this, look, oh, just a really cool piece of fabric. I mean, look at that. And it rips. So this is going to be, oh, look, I mean, look at that. Just, oh, love it. For 10 cents? Absolutely. And then I found this. And this was €1. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm going to cut the bag from the bottom, I think, because I want to keep the bag intact, but I want to get the stuff out. This is becoming hard. That's it. Now we got it. So let's take this out. There you go. See? And then that's intact. So we'll put that away. And then we've got this stuff, which, don't poke yourself with the pin. I don't know. I just thought it was really unique. And I don't know if it rips. It's a little bit too thick, so no, it doesn't. But it would fray. It would fray like that, look. So yeah, it does fray, but I'm just thinking, I mean, look at that. How cool is that? And I love these little hooks that are on it. I just think they're cool. I mean, you could use this as a background for a safety pin to hang a dangle off or something like that. I just thought it was really different and really cool. So I grabbed that for €1. And then I also found the same fabric for €1, and there's a massive pile of it as well. And like I said, this is very plasticky, but I just love it. I mean, a journal cover, or just cut it into little scraps for your clusters and stuff like that. It's just another texture. And then for 50 cents, we have some ribbons. Well, I think they might be shoelaces. I'm not sure. No, they're too big for shoelaces. 3 meters. I'm going to keep that if I can get it off nicely, because that's just cool. And then, yeah, look at that. It's like seam binding. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. I bet you could texturize this. Let's cut a little snippet off. And this would dye perfectly. And you can, look, you can distort it. And then again, you've just got, I mean, look at that. How cool is that? And then maybe, see? So cool. So cool. So I got 3 of those. I just can't wait to play. I literally can't wait to play. Oh, I have some more eyelets that I got from Duoding. I thought I had more packets. So I've got the larger black, the normal size black, and the normal size white as well. So we've got those. And then what else have we got? Oh, I've got something else that I got from Duoding. I got this because Margaret said it's the best white ink pad out there. And Marlou, I picked up the ink pad, but then Marlou said I'd be better off getting it with the re-inker. And she's right, because you can't get this in the UK, the Hero Arts one. You can buy it off eBay, but it's so expensive. So I picked up one of these with the re-inker. So I'm excited to use this on the Tim Holtz craft stock to see how that works. And then I also found another roll of this stuff for 25 cents. So I was like, yeah, grab that as well. So yeah, so I've got loads, absolutely loads of that. So I'm looking forward to playing with that. And then when we was with Margaret's bestie and shopping, Margaret's got some of we've all got some of these. Look, vintage tape. I'm not going to open it because I saw Margaret open it on her video and then she ended up really sticky. So it is still sticky, but look at that. Look at that colour. And it's proper sellotape still in the wrapper. 25 cents each. So I have 5 of them. But how cool is that? So yeah, I'm going to try and use some of it. I'm going to use one of the small and one of the large and then keep these 3. Because, well, the OG of boo-boo tape. The OG. And then I just got a little, this was €1, but I love them. I really love them. They're so cool. Again, it's just another element to put on your clusters or on your work or something like that. And I love that they've got text around them. They're like little buttons. I think they're like for jeans or something like that. But yeah, I just thought these were so cool. So I am going to use these. And then I brought loads of these as well. I already have some. I have one that I got off of eBay. And I have this one as well. So this one's a little bit different. But I just love them. So I got a couple of vintage ones because let me get a piece of cardstock because it's just perforation. I just love them. I absolutely love them. And then it's perforated. So I got a couple of these. I don't know where the others are. And it was just 25 cents. So I kind of collecting those. So because they are just so cool. And then I don't know what. Oh, here they are. Look at that. Look at these. Oh, they're just so grungy cool. I'm keeping the bag. They're so grungy. But they're all different. They're all different widths. And different kind of perforations. So yeah, so I got a little bit obsessed with them because, well, I mean, come on, look how grungy they are. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, this was €2.50, but look at it. I got it because, like, you know, someone's etched their initials into it, but I just love them. I really, really love them. These ones were 25 cents. And this one was $2.50, which I don't mind because it's just so old and grungy. And then I love vintage. We're getting a little bit overrun with stuff, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to get the rest of the bits out of this box and then put everything back in the box so I can clear my desk. That's better. Now I can move. So Margaret found these and she was like, you need these. 50 cents. She said, you absolutely need these because they're just so cool. So they're little like reinforcers because, well, she knows me so well. And I'm not going to keep them in the box, but I am going to keep the box. I think they've got a plastic coating to them, which is absolutely fine because you could still distress them. Let's move it around so we can find the end. And let's take a couple off. But look how they've naturally aged. So cool. So I have got my archival. So let's give it a little test. Yeah, look at that. Because they are plastic, it does take archival. And you could also alcohol link these plastic ones as well. They would look so cool, alcohol linked. Absolutely love them. So definitely going to play with those. Don't mind that they're plastic at all. And then I saw this little book. Let's make sure it's the right way around. It's €1 and the pages in it. Oh, look how aged they are. And it's just a book that I can rip out the pages. I mean, look at that. So cool. I can rip out the pages and use it for when I do my collage and stuff like that. Because I do love vintage book paper. But I also got it for the cover because after making my ABC April, which I still need to do some more pages in because we've already done this page, haven't we? And then we've got all these as well. But this was a hardback book that I put the pages in. So I thought this would be absolutely perfect for it. Same size, perfect. Another altered book. So I grabbed that as well for €1. And then we have some vintage, just a little book of music paper. But how cool is this? I can't remember how much this was. I don't think it was a lot. It was like €1 or 50 cents or something like that. But oh, look at the grunge. I just love it. I love a bit of vintage music paper. So I grabbed that one as well. And then I found this. And this was €3.50. I don't mind. I don't mind that it cost this because it's just so cool. And look, it's like little negatives and there's little pictures. I think it goes into like a viewfinder. We used to have them when we were little and used to click and it used to turn the round one. But yeah, look how cool that is. So it's made in France. So I really don't mind that it was €3.50 because that was just a must. That is going into my little treasure box. And then I found these as well, and I thought these were unusual. I remember seeing something Margreth had, but how I don't even know what they are. I don't know what they are, and they were only 50 cents. I think they're like, they're patches, but they're like made out of paper. But I just thought the background for a cluster for like the front of a journal or something like that. I mean, or a tag. Definitely could be a tag. I wonder if, let's do it this end. See if it does. There you go. A tag. I think they're like shoulder pads or they're like the elbow pads. They go underneath like the leather or something like that. I think that's what they are. I'm not too sure. Let me know. Let me know. But 50 cents for a whole pile of them. And things like this just get my imagination just, oh, what can I do with that? What can I do with that? Then I found this, and this was when we was with Barbara. This was on the last day, this was. And I knew I needed it. It was €15. I don't care. I do not care. I know Margreth said that her and her bestie were in there a couple of days before and they didn't get it because they didn't know what the price was. But it had a price tag hanging out of it and it was €15. It's just like a diary, like an agenda, 1954, but it's empty. Look at these ledger pages. I mean, how cool is this? So the €15, yeah, I would have paid that all day long. It is stunning. And not only that, look at the size of it. Screaming out to be a lap book. If I use it. I'm not too sure yet. Then I have this as well. And this was €1.50. But look at that aging. Yeah, look at the grunge. I mean, oh, isn't it just... 1948 to 1949. Oh, I mean, vintage, yes. Look at it. I don't even have to coffee dye. I don't have to do anything to it. Oh, I just love it. Absolutely love it. So I grabbed that as well because delicious. I've got a little skyscraper of stuff just over here. I'm waiting for it to avalanche. Then I grabbed this as well. This was, there's 2 meters and this was €3. But look at that. I mean, if there was ever a fabric that was screaming out to be ripped and distressed or even just cut up, it is definitely this one. How, oh, I mean, just look at that. Oh, delicious. So, yeah, I got some of that because it is lush. And I'm loving my fabric at the minute. And then I have, look at this. How cute is that? Just a little pad, little vintage pad. Take the white cow for the fine full cream taste. Love it. I grabbed that. And then this as well. I can't remember how much this was. This was €2.50. And this was €1. But oh, look how cool this is. Look at this. I mean, oh, I just love it. I absolutely love it. And then I got this. This was €2 and there's 1.7 meters. But I just love it. I absolutely love it. It's so gorgeous. And then I found these, and these were €5.95. I don't care. The last thrift shop that we went to, Margaret did say it's a lot more expensive than what the others were. But I just love these. They're like vintage things that you use in a shop, I suppose. But I love them. Oh, look at them. I just love them. They're like prices, so yeah. So I guess you'd be like, oh yeah, 6 kilo. So they're like old vintage price tags. Little plastic things. I love them. So I grabbed those. And then I found this, and this was €3.95. Again, it's from the same shop, but it's just an old exercise book. It's come out of the cover, but look at this. How gorgeous is that? And it's empty. Look at that paper. Oh, I just love it. And it's got, where's that page gone? Look at that. That grunge in there. So yeah, I love it. I just love it. The cover and everything. It's beautiful. And then I found this. This was it on the Saturday I found this. And it's somebody's hymn book. I'm pretty sure it was... I think it might have been €1. I'm not too sure. But there's loads of, like, look at this vintage music paper. It smells vintage. And there is loads in here. So there's an actual book with all the vintage music. Look, I mean, look at all the grunge. Oh, I just love it. And then you get these, there's these little, oh, I don't know what that is. Oh. Then there's these booklets that were tucked inside it as well. And they're, oh, like I said, I love, I mean, look at that. How beautiful is that? Love it. I just love vintage music paper. Look at this, with the tape where it used to be stuck down. Natural grunge, naturally aged grunge. So yeah, so I've got a whole book full of, I got so much music paper. Oh, I love it. And I love the folder as well that she put it all in. So I grabbed that because, yes. And then these were 50 cents. And I thought, I think these were in one of the first shops that we went to on the Saturday. But I thought these were really, really cool. And they're like little appliques that you stitch onto your... I think that's it. Does that go that way? I don't know. But yeah, somebody made these. Look how cool they are. Or they cut them off of a jumper because it's got like sweatshirt stuff in the background. But look how cool they are. And I love numbers. So I grabbed those as well because they're just so cool. Yeah, I think they definitely cut them off of like jogging bottoms. That's an idea. That's an idea. Now I need to go charity shopping and having a look for appliques that are on clothes and cutting them off. Then I grabbed some of this, 50 cents for maths paper, grid paper. Look at the holes down the side. And there's a whole bundle here for 50 cents. So I'm going to like coffee dyeing that. Perfect. And then for 50 cents, I got this little piece of, I think it's like chiffon. But what I love doing with this is, it doesn't rip. But if you get a candle, it melts. I'm pretty sure it doesn't rip, but you can distort it and fray it, but you can melt it. I used to buy this stuff and actually make, if you go back like 15 years on my YouTube, there's loads of videos on my fabric flowers that I used to make when I was obsessed with Prima, and Prima used to bring out those really gorgeous fabric flowers. I used to make them like replicate. Yeah, I used to do that. And this stuff is perfect for it, because you can make really pretty peonies out of this fabric just by cutting them into a petal shape and then just lightly melting the edges. So I grabbed some of that because I thought, I haven't done that for so long and it's so much fun. Then I also found these memo writing cards. This was 50 cents as well. And I just thought these were really different and really cool. I've never known thrift shops like this. I really haven't. Because this is not what our thrift shops are like. You don't get this kind of stuff in there. So it was so much fun. I don't know if I can, yeah, get one sheet out. And then you've just got like, and they just pop out like your die cuts do out of your books. And then, yeah, it's just a strip of, but coffee dyed, and then, you know, imagine that with a paper clip in and just clip it onto the side of your page. So cool. So cool. So, yeah, so I definitely looked at everything and thought, what could I make with that? What could I make with that? And if it triggered my my inspiration, then I was like, I'm having it. I'm absolutely having it. And then I got two great big packs, €1.50. Look at all those envelopes. Loads and loads and loads. Sorry about the noise. Of envelopes. Get rid of the plastic. So cool. Oh, and these got like a shine to them as well. But, you know, I love these size envelopes because they're the perfect size. Just fold it in half. Then you've got a flap like that. You can put a magnet under it. You've got a closure. And then you've got a journal cover. Or if you didn't want to do it two-fold, then you could literally, again, do it three-fold with a flap, and then you've got a tri-fold lap book. I love these. I love these sized envelopes to play with. And there's some of this ivory colour, creamy colour. And then there's some white ones as well. But the white ones, they're like box envelopes. So look at that. They open up. How cool is that? Look at that big flap. I mean, straight away, you just, I just love them. So I got some in this size, which I'm assuming is like A4 size, maybe a little bit bigger. But then I got some bigger ones. And these are the box ones as well. How cool are these? For €1.50. I'm not going to take these out of the wrapper because they're the same as those. But, oh, love them. Just love them. And then I got this for 75 cents. And it's just, again, ledger paper, but a nice pile of it. And with the holes down the side. So this is going to look so cool, coffee dyed. So I grabbed that as well. Then I had to grab, because I love my labels, some vintage labels for 50 cents. Just a little packet. There's 7 sheets in here, and there's 6 on a sheet. But yeah, so I grabbed those because, I can't walk past a label. And then I got this for €1. €1. And there's so much in this. Look at this pile of just like binder exercise paper. Oh, I just love it. And then what I would do is I would coffee dye it. Let's take a sheet out. And I think there's 50 sheets in each. But oh, I love it. I love it. I actually think there might be more of 50 sheets. I don't think that means 50. I don't know. But what I would do is I would grab my ruler. This is after I've coffee dyed it. Let's make sure it's straight. Rip off that. And then get my scissors. And just cut down the holes as if you've ripped it out. I've got a couple of videos on my channel. I think some of them are about over a year old. So if you want to have a look, go and have a proper hunt. And then screw it up. And then flatten it out. And then I'd pull bits off, just random bits, just pull off like that. And then I would use sections of it as texture. Coffee dyed, yes, love it. And then you've also got some really nice exercise paper that you can fold in half and put in a signature in a journal. So definitely had to grab that. And then I found, look at this pretty bag. I found this. This was in the first thrift shop that we went in on the first day I got there. And I just loved it. I loved all the postage on it. I just thought it was so cool. I really did. And now I'm thinking, with my postcard and addresses and labels stamp set, yeah, I might need to recreate some of this paper for myself, because it's just, I might try and take, it's ripped a hole in it. But yeah, I think I might try and recreate this myself, because it is absolutely stunning. I love it. And it was only €1. So I grabbed that because that was major inspiration. Then I found this, and this was €1. It was 5, but now it's 1. And this is business cards. There's 100 business cards in here. And I just thought, yeah. Oh, actually, it might have been 50 cents. I don't know. But I had to grab it because they're screaming out to be grunged up. So I grabbed that as well. And then lastly, I grabbed this. And this was €6. But look how much is on here. I don't know if it says nearly 5 meters. Nearly 5 meters. And bonus, you get a safety pin. Whoop, whoop. So let's take that off. And then let's take that off. Keep the little tag. Oh, it's got 2 safety pins. Let's do that because I'm bound to hurt myself on it. And then we've got 2 safety pins as well. Rudely interrupted by somebody trying to sell me stuff, which was a little bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, nearly 5 meters. Look at this. How beautiful is this? Again, I'm not going to rip all of it up. I will take a section off that I can rip. The rest of it I will use because it is, oh, it's just so beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. I had to have it for €6. Nearly, what did I say? Nearly 5 meters. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So that is my stuff that I thrifted while I was in the Netherlands. So much fun. Can't wait to go back and do it again. That's a lie. I actually have something else. So Margaret's bestie, her husband, got us a little challenge, and it's a little snow globe, and I emptied it out because of weight. I thought the lighter the better. I took it out of the box as well, but I kept it because he wants us to do a little challenge and do something with it. So it's got this little bit of foam inside it here, and then it's all empty. And yeah, so we're going to make something out of it. I don't know what yet. I did think it was all open, but it's not. It's just this little bit in here. But I'm wondering if I could maybe get this off and open it all up. But yeah, so we've got this as a challenge. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do with it. But it's going to be something that I'm going to keep on my desk. And it's going to be something that can fit into that little section in the middle. So yeah, that will be coming soon. So we have that. And yeah, this is everything that I got. I had so much fun. I have got so much stuff. Now I need to find somewhere to put it all. Because I'm running out of room. I'm running out of space. But yeah, so thank you everybody for being here. I hope you enjoyed all my hauls video. They're done now. I've shown you everything that I have got, all the gifts I was given and everything. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It really is. I just had such a fun time. I cannot wait to go back and see Margaret again, and Jackson and Daisy and Tim. And it was just amazing. And go thrifting again, because that was so much fun. So thank you everybody for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you in my next crafty video, which shouldn't be that far away. So I will see you all next time. Happy crafting everybody, and take care. Bye.